Okay, let's do some back testing using these concepts. Let's start on the weekly on New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Forex.com's data. So let's pick a random point of time. I'll just squeeze it. I don't go too far, so I can go on some lower time frames. Be random. Yeah. How do I go back? Okay. Okay. So just bearing in mind, I do not have. I can't do too much time frame analysis because of the limit on how many candles I can be shown, and I also can't see any economic news or any other sort of news like world events like the I guess the 2008 crash. I know COVID was here. Okay, I think since then nothing too much besides a couple of wars and whatnot. So let me annotate a couple of things. So liquidity taken here. Question is it swept liquidity or purge liquidity? Um, let's see then. We got a fair value gap here, weekly fair value gap. Let's see if it gets respected or becomes an inversion gap. Gyrating, high highs, comes down. Looks like a breaker on a lower time frame. Okay, so we start here. Um, let's see what it looks like on the 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Okay, I forgot I shouldn't go to the higher time frames because then I can already see what happens and my bias would be. So I'll just try and go down to lower time frames and see if hopefully they'll be good enough. But sometimes I need to go back to higher time frames in a normal situation so I can um, see the type of inefficiencies that are still there and which ones are taken. Okay, so I see a breaker here. No gap yet. The sell side is already taken. Tracement into this breaker and fair value gap. See what happens. We're just shooting right through it. Let's see if a counter trade forms, maybe here. Okay, so this one's a tough one because we could continue to go down from here, but let's just, for the sake of it, let's annotate premium and discount of this range. We are in discount, so we can't look for long. Though prices come into this gap with inside an overall breaker, mitigation block, order block, depending on what time frame. But let's see if we can see anything here. See a weekly gap, applicable gap, not a breakaway gap. Annotate price coming into this weekly gap, coming down, one gap here. Let's go down. God damn it. Okay. Let's go down to the daily. Price comes down, comes back up, comes back down, shoots down more, comes back into this weekly. Okay, so okay, I like this one. Coming into here. So could look at taking a short here to make another low. Let's just say we're quite at a discount, so we got to be quite careful. But there's this confluence here, somewhat of a breaker or an inverted order block. Let's go to annotate this in yellow for a daily gap. Let's go down to the 4 hours. See what we see. Okay, nice. 4 hour in here. Large retracement. Start going to the 1 hour, 15 minute. Just to note, my target is making a new low down here. Just a new low of the existing gap on the daily. Okay. Let's see if we can get a continuation down. Let me turn on the sessions just to see what's going on. This is during, it's almost a new day. It's just about to be the new day. Asia here. Let's see if we get a gap formed. This gap here. Okay. Let me annotate this 15-minute gap here, just for reference. Okay, now we're on the 15-minute, and there's also a 15-minute gap here. Let's just take up this whole area, huh? Let's go down to the 5-minute. 5-minute. New candle. Boop. Came down, went back up. Came down, went back up. Down. Into this gap here. Okay, it's continuing up. Okay, at this point I want to go to a higher time frame. 15, 20, 30. Okay, so I like this. Let me remove this, yeah. I'll put it here as a 30-minute gap. This is 30-minute. 30-minute BC. In line with this breaker here. Price came down to this breaker within this body. Okay, where can we target? Let's target up here, up here. So put it long. You can either put it in the middle of the gap at the start, or you can wait for confirmation on a lower time frame. I like to put it at the start in case I get a small wick through it. Here the RR is not great. Partial one. I'm just going to put a horizontal line for partials. Let's just make it blue. Okay, it's partial one, partial two. You know, there's all this up here, which could be taken. You can have equal highs here. And this area here, right? Depending, you could take all your profits here, or take some, scale to break even. This all depends on your strategy, your personality, something you vibe with, and something you're comfortable with, right? For everyone's different. For now, we're just looking at the concepts. 30-minute there. Let's go 5-minute. We want to see a 30-minute come into here. I see this was already traded into the 5, the 6-minute not, 7-minute not. Okay, so yeah, let's go down to the 4, 3. Oh no, oh no. Okay, Let's just say we wanted to take that long. But, okay, let's go with 30 minute. Sorry guys, not enough candle data. Is this it? Is this the area? No, I don't think so. It was in, what was it, July, was it? Hmm, is this it? No. Here we are. Okay, so let's go to 5 minute. Oh my god. Such a pain, such a pain. Alright, 5 minutes as low as we can go. See what happens. We saw it fail, right? Little breaker here. Is it 30 minute again? What happened? Okay, we saw that. So price come all the way down, right? Then we went to the 5 minute. Okay, that expansion is a bit concerning. Boom, then boom, boom, boom. We saw it break down, right? No, that is not expanding up. Came up, equal highs, broke down into this gap here. So what does that look like? It's on the hourly, 2 hour. I like that. I like that kind of gap. 3 hour, 5 hours in order block, 7 hour. So this is only visible on. It's only a gap on the 3 hour here. Okay, I can't remember if it breaks this high, but 1, 2, 3, 4, reasonable. 15 minute. Guess we saw it retrace. But all these wicks here, wicks are considered imbalances as well. So 345, London takes out Asia. So okay, it taps into this fair value gap, comes down, comes back into it again. We could wait for a 15 minute. Okay. Alright. Okay, I like this one. Multiple confluences. Inversion gap here. Gap here. I'll take this. It's all equal highs here as a first target. Liquidity. Second target here, 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 here. Okay. So let's see if we come into here. Okay, comes a little bit deeper. Oh, what's that? What is that? Okay, comes into this breaker block down here. there's a gap here, and one entry could be coming in here, taking out this high. Now that more time has surpassed, okay, we get a bearish fair value gap, CB created, traded into it, came down into this bullish gap. Okay, let's see if we can find another entry, because I think this is definitely going up. One entry was here, almost at there. Can we take another one? Is this going to come lower? We can go through different time frames and find another gap. Okay, that's maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, it's okay, good. There's a 20-minute gap here. I think this is fair value already offered, so I think this will come down just to the wick. Let me make this a lighter color so you can see. Move this position to the side. London, New York expanding, and I think New York will continue. Let me change this color. Okay, let's see if we come down into here. It should come down here. Let me put the, I don't think the stop loss has to be that low, but again, I don't have access to news and stuff, so, and I don't want to go too low time frame. So let's have a look. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Okay. Yeah. So why only the small wick into here? Fair value was already offered in this move. Buyers and sellers. Now we expanded. 20-minute time frame. Come into this wide gap. Just the top of this wick. That would be enough. That would be enough. I'm gonna bet there's a 30-minute gap there as well. Yep, and probably maybe a 45-minute. Yep, maybe an hour, maybe a little bit, or not. An hour gap. Yeah, okay. So 30-minute, nice. We want a 20-minute. Took out this high. Profit 1, target 2. Okay, all of it was taken. Great. Let's see if it comes all the way up here. No, it doesn't, which is why it's good just to take above all highs. Yeah, there's one example on how we can frame trades around this concept of a top-down analysis using fair value gaps as a bias, a narrative to frame out trades on a lower time frame, looking for the exact same thing but having higher targets. If you, okay, so let's see what this looks like on the daily. Okay. So not forgetting the range, knowing where we're at discount, premium. So the price came right to equilibrium. If you manage to catch a trade down there, all the way to there, take profits. This might be an inversion daily gap now that may come into this weekly gap. So one possibility is find support here, come here, and then either continue lower or come up on this gap, find support, and continue possibly higher, right? Higher prices. Let me move these blue lines and then we can see what happens. Wicks down. Alright. So we just use this gap as this resistance and continue lower from there. If it ever comes back to that gap, it may use it as support. Okay, went to his weekly gap. What could happen? Comes down here. Bum, bum, bum. Something like that. Moving this premium discount thing. Okay, or we could just go down from here, right? We're not in a buy program yet. Let's go into the weekly. You can see what that looks like. All right, sorry, there's a weekly um, BC here as well, which I did not see get formed. So it's still in a sell program, still reaching for lower prices. Okay, that is all. Thank you very much.